Tobi, thank you for joining me today on Press Day. Mayor of Kingstown season 2 recently premiered a
Yeah,
few weeks ago. We're almost episode 3. Exciting times, my friend.
yeah. It is. It's fascinating. Absolutely ecstatic.
So, I've watched the first 2 episodes, man. Episode 3 is a few days away. Why does it feel like I had Taylor on a few weeks ago? Everything that Taylor shared and touches turns into gold. What's your thoughts on all this?
I agree with that sentiment. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with that. It's
Yeah.
it's like magic, you know. And so as a result of that, I'm just along for the ride. I'm really happy to be here, you know.
Yeah. How does it feel to be part of this universe that he's created with all these shows, and you're part of one of them?
It's brilliant. It's honestly it's brilliant. It's brilliant because you get to be in a story that is written in quite a human way. You know,
Mm.
we're talking about characters. It's not just in in a sense. Kingstown is a character in itself, but it's also like the inhabitants of it. Also, you get really excited to see how they maneuver in this world. You know, and
Mm.
so a lot of it's quite surprising. It can be quite shocking, but also unsurprising in a way because these are very extreme circumstances. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we get to delve into a world that is, I mean, the prison industrial complex is, I guess, largely unseen by the general public. So being able to explore the goings on of this forgotten is not quite the word, but it's more hidden from view.
Mm.
Being able to explore this world it allows us to examine our own humanity, both outside of this world from an observational point of view, and also inside of it. It allows us to explore our own humanity by stories such as this. You know, I mean, a lot of it is inspired by. Hugh would tell me. I know he grew up in a prison town himself, so this is something for him that is very close to home, and I was very surprised to learn that fact.
Right.
But that's what brings the reality to it, the realistic element to this. This is he's not just making it up. This is somebody's actual
Right.
experiences at times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Mm. So we also saw, like season 1, ended with a whole bunch of cliffhangers, bodies everywhere, fights and everything.
mm,
Season 2 picks right up.
yeah.
We see you as Bunny. How much has he changed from season 1 going to season 2? Describe his journey a little bit.
So season 2 kicks off literally what it might be less than 10 days after the riots in season 1.
Mm.
So it's almost like the riot was the explosion. Now we're right into the overspill,
Right.
of the volcanoes exploded, and now we have to deal with the magma and the damage that it's caused. And in the meantime, we don't know if there's another eruption popping off or about to pop off.
Mm.
So it's that it's them navigating this this new new paradigm shift. Nothing is the same, and we don't know if it will ever be the same again. We don't know. So that's what's people are going to find out.
Right. In your character, he's a very busy person, man. Like, how do you what goes through your mind to connect out to this character to get ready to
Um,
play this role?
well, I have my preparation. I prep my accent. I do a lot of research on the character, on not just the character, but I do a lot of research on the world, because as you can tell, I'm British, British Nigerian. So I'm looking at it from a very from an outsider's perspective, and there's a lot of things that I have to learn in order to marry the history and understand from that history, understand why people would make certain choices or why they would say certain things or do certain things, or you know, yeah, or go through life in a certain way. That's the level of preparation that I have to do, and then the more technical side of it is more to do with, like I said, the accent. I'm just repetitive with it. I keep talking in it, especially I try to stay in the accent all day on set. 24 to 48 hours before I even arrive to set, I'm in the accent.
Wow.
And yeah, and just and just his physicality also is different to mine. He walks different. He wears different clothing, and his manner of being is just very different. So yeah, I have to just exercise all of that.
Your character interacts a lot with Mike, which is played by Jeremy Renner.
Mm.
In episode 2, you have that little explosion scene with him arguing back and forth on the rooftop and everything. But like, how do you describe like that relationship between you two that you have between the characters?
You're looking at two people of like minds, trying to figure out order in a very intense and immediate chaos and threat. Threats to not just the outside environment, but also threat to their person, to themselves. So you're looking at people who is very, very, very high stakes. And people are just trying to figure it out without, attacking the wrong person in defense of themselves. That's what you're seeing, and that's how it plays out. I mean, there are times where, even if, let's say you're playing, I don't know, Call of Duty or whatever it is, and it's like, it's your team member is not pulling his weight or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Things get a bit tense,
Right.
So it's that. It's really just that, but on a more intense scale.
When you read the script, episode 2, near the end, where we see your character in jail, what went through your mind?
I said, "Woo! That's that." That's what went through my mind. I said, "Oh my God, this is mad." So, and then that's it. I'm not going to say anything else.
Right.
I don't want to spoil anything else for anybody. But yeah. Let's just have people watch it and see what they say about it. But I was really excited personally.
Right. I mentioned how most of your scenes are with Jeremy Renner, Mike. If there's another character in Mayor of Kingstown that you kind of hope maybe you'll have more scenes with in the future.
Hugh and Hamish. Hamish Alan Headley. He plays. Is it Rob? I can't remember. Sorry, I just forgot his name. But yeah, Hamish and Hugh Dillon. Yeah, those two characters. I think they have this energy that bristles on set. They have this energy that bristles in the scenes. It's like it's underneath the surface. If you watch them very closely, they're very good actors. So if you watch them very closely, you can see it's just there's something just underneath every single word that they say. There is a tension that they bring to their character, and it's like, this dam is about to break, and I'm just it's juicy. I love stuff like that. I love it because you get to see people really it's Shakespearean to an extent,
Okay. Last question. Mayor Kingstown has a huge following. A lot of fans love it. What's one thing you want to tell the fans that tune in every week to watch this?
Just watch it. It's if you love it, you love it. If you don't, you still love it. I mean, I'm glad. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and thank you for even just watching. And this is something that we put a lot of work into, and we love it. We especially within this industry, we know that it can be quite difficult and stuff. So to have this opportunity to be able to tell this kind of story to people, and to have people really rock with it is a blessing. So just want to give a shout out to everybody who loves it and who's written in for it. And just continue watching it, and you won't be disappointed.
Amazing. Tobi, I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes today. This is great.
Thanks, Elias, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.